Okay, so now, oops, I guess I should take this off so you can see and hear me. Now we're going to wrap a soft tissue pack. So I wanted to go through what we have for that. So I have 2 wraps because we double wrap a soft tissue pack. I have an indicator, a sterile indicator strip. I have some tape to tape it, so it's indicator tape. And then I have a Sharpie to write on it. So that's what we'll need to wrap it. I have 2 stacks of 10 3x3 gauze, and we do them in 2 stacks of 10. I have some Alice tissue forceps. We're going to test my ability to remember this stuff. I have 4 Kelly hemostats.
And how do you remember if it's Kelly?
That Kelly only goes halfway. As Dr. Paul says, she has some morals.
I say she's a good girl. She doesn't go all the way.
That works too. And then we have Olsen Hager needle holders, and you can say that with the accent. And they have the scissor and the hemostat part. We have some scissors, and these are the Metzen bombs because they are skinnier. These are our Mayo scissors because Mayo makes you fat, or it's just fat. Doesn't really make you fat, but they're fat. Then we have our Rochester car mults. You have your road for your car, and then you have the little crosshatch pattern up there. There's 4 of those. Then we have 4 mosquito hemostats, and they're small, like the mosquitoes that annoy us at this time of year. Then we have some thumb forceps, and these are the Adson Browns. They have the multiple teeth. Then we have our rat tooth, or our 1x2 thumb forceps. So you can see those. We have our Brad Parker number 3 scalpel blade holder.
So close. Bard Parker.
There you go, Bard. I said Brad. I was close. And then we have our Snook spay hook, which Dr. Ritz doesn't like to use at all. I haven't had her use it yet. And then we have 4 towel clamps, and these are the back house clamps, towel clamps. Then we have a tray. We have 1 blue or green surgery towel, and that's what goes into our pack. So what we're gonna do, there's different ways to do this. This tray is big enough. I tend to take my Snook spay hook, and then I just start putting the ones like the scissors and the needle holders and the Alice that only have 1 of each. There's no rhyme or reason other than that, just makes sense to me. Then I go with biggest to littlest. So I have my Rochester car mults. I do my Kellys. That one didn't want to stay. That one didn't either.
That's okay, because I like the box locks
Yes.
open.
And I tend to open them when I put them down with that. And then I put my mosquitoes. I try to do them same way. I might need to start wearing my reading glasses for this. And then I lay these down as best as I can. It's not perfect. And then this is kind of where I go in and I start unclamping. Usually it goes easier than that. And a couple of them didn't have it. So we've got these. And sometimes you can do that before you start and then just hold them together. Then I find spots for these so that they can lay, so that they would be exposed to steam. I don't want them too piled. There's no way to not pile somewhat. Then I lay my towel. I have my 2 stacks of 10. And then I like to lay my towel clamps. Just back and forth on those. I put my indicator strip in there. So there you go. I'm going to set that aside while I get my wraps. And again, I set them more up in a diamond pattern. There's different ways to kind of set up how to wrap, how it works for you. The key is you just want it to be organized and tight. So I put it in the middle. I pull this one and I fold it over. And then I start holding it so I can really tug as I go. And you want it to be as little wrinkles as possible. Tug. And then I kind of spin it towards myself while holding, just so I can make sure this is tight. And then you tuck it in. Then I set it aside and get my second wrap, because we double wrap our soft tissue packs. We single wrap the gowns. And then I just set it with the part that I flipped over last facing me, like towards me. If there's any hair, you get rid of that.
Because there is no such thing as sterile hair.
Mm-mm. And then we go through the same process, just making sure we fold over so there's flaps, making it as tight as possible. These trays kind of hinder that a little bit. Like I wouldn't throw this against a wall like they sometimes teach you. And then tuck it in. And then again, we do the tape, our indicator tape. You want your little courtesy tabs. So you can start one. You want to go past where this opens. I kind of just go under the edge. You don't need to wrap it all the way.
This special tape is expensive too, so that's another reason
Yeah.
we don't go all the way around.
And some clinics would take masking tape and go all the way around and then take just a little tiny piece of this and put on top of it. And that's a cost saving trick too, that you might see. And then we put, that was an orange. So the little instruments had little orange rubber. So there's either rubber colors or there's tape wrapped around them. So this is the orange soft tissue pack. I'm gonna sign it, my initials, and make sure you put the first letter of your first name and your whole last name, or at least a portion, so we know who you are. And then I would put the date that I'm gonna autoclave it.